Hello. Hey guys, Pedguin here, and today we are watching and playing Terraria. We're going to be going through the trailer real quick. The 1.3 trailer, as some of you in chat were saying that you haven't even seen the trailer yet. What's wrong with you guys? You guys are supposed to have seen it. What are you thinking? So yeah, we're going to be checking out the trailer to start us off. And then we're going to be reviewing it. We're going to be doing a breakdown of everything that we could possibly see. It's going to be pretty insane for us to be able to see everything. It's not possible for me to witness everything in the trailer. There's so many things we need to take a look at. So I'm going to need your guys' help. That's why I've got the chat up there, and we're going to be taking a look at it like this in a second. So we've got that going for us. And then after we've reviewed the trailer, I will go and play some Avalon mod as well, which you guys have been enjoying, so that's gonna be pretty cool as well. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. I want to show you guys the trailer just on its own to start off with, just because there's probably a couple people there that have never seen it before, so we're just gonna watch it on its lonesome. So let's do that then. Alright, so first up, just moving some things around. Wait, I have a quack on this one? I thought I removed the quack. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of the quack. I thought I removed the quack ages ago. There we go. Fixed it. Alright, so let's just watch this first. So, you can see the beautiful art that Chrono's done. It looks beautiful. So yeah, let's just watch this first. For those of you that have not seen it yet. Wow. Absolutely no words for that. Holy crap. So we're going to be, we've not finished it. We have watched a trailer, but we're going to be going through every single scene that we just seen. And we're going to be, as a group, going through it and picking out little things just to figure out every little thing that's going to be going into Terraria 1.3. Holy crap. It's unbelievable. There's a lot of stuff here. So, over 800 new items, a million new bosses, a million new mobs, a million new Pokemon. Like, just list off everything. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. You guys are so hyped. I can see you guys in chat. You guys are going crazy. But we're gonna be like, that was just the trailer. We're gonna be going through it, stopping every couple of seconds just to make sure. This is a 3-minute trailer. We're going to be going through this for a while, but I want to make sure that we find everything in this trailer. You guys are going to be helping me create a notepad. Like, alright. I feel like this notepad is going to be the size of Mount Everest. I don't think a notepad would be a very good idea. Whoops, my background suddenly just came up. I don't know what button I pressed to do that, but you know. My background's beautiful, so that's fine. I'm okay with that. Alright. Alright. Slow and steady. Where was we? Alright. Over 12 million copies. That's not a spoiler, don't worry about it. Alright. First things first. The bridge. The bridge is marble. The two things we can confirm straight off the bat from the trailer. There's 2 new biomes. There's granite and there's marble. These appear underground in random areas, clearly. And there is a hallowed version and there's a corrupt version. I think the hallowed version, it's kind of like, I think this is pre-hard mode, by the way. The granite and the hallowed are pre-hard mode, both of them. And they also have a hard mode version as well. So that's a really cool thing. That's gonna be really interesting. Like the two new biomes are gonna be really interesting, especially because you can create pretty beautiful looking tiles like this. As you can see, this is clearly marble, and I don't know if this is marble fence or just regular fence or fence painted or what. But the marble, you can clearly see this is marble, right, from the biome. So yeah. I was kind of thinking that you could put these chains on these trees, but then I realized that's just a sloped block. It's not actually a branch. So I'm kind of sad that you can't actually put that on. This is the Red's armor. Maybe you can actually finally obtain the Red's armor, because Red's armor has only been exclusive to Red this whole entire time. Like, it's possible to get, but you die if you equipped it. So I'm kind of curious if we can actually get Red's armor now. Yes, there is vines as well all over this stuff. That's pretty cool. This looks like it actually is overlapping stuff. So this seems like some sort of wallpaper sort of thing that you can kind of get and just throw on top of things. And we saw in a trailer ages ago where you can get vines. It works in a similar way as rope, I believe, where you can actually get these from just chopping down vines. So they're pretty easy to get. So I'm going to turn that down a little bit. So has anyone else spotted anything else we need to look at yet? I don't think so. New backgrounds. Did you see that then? Right then? It's a new bugnet. New bugnet. I don't know what this one's going to do. Maybe swing faster. Maybe you need a gold bugnet to capture certain things. Maybe it can capture actual enemies, like actual hostile mobs, because the normal net, you have just a normal net in the current game, or maybe he's dyed it or something. I don't know. It's very interesting. So the normal bug net in the game right now, what can that do? That can capture everything that's you use for bait, right? But maybe the gold one can actually capture hostile mobs, put them in tanks, make all sorts of things out of them. Maybe, I don't know, who knows. So yeah, it's a golden bug net. Maybe it's just the exact same, it just looks different, who knows. The normal net isn't that large. Yeah, see, it might be bigger, so it can capture more mobs. So yeah, who knows. Purple smoke. Yeah, that's just the armor set. It looks like it's been retextured a little bit because I don't think it had purple smoke before. Or maybe it's his boots. Who knows? Maybe new boots. But let's keep going. Capture Duke Fisher on. Yeah, good luck with that. You're going to need a bigger boat for that, or a bigger net, or a bigger everything. Sunflower retexture. The sunflowers look pretty similar. I wouldn't be surprised if they did have a little pimp up though. Alright, let's keep going. Anything else to look at? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so first of all, it looks like he's got that floating fish next to him. That's a Zephyr that already exists in the game currently. But it looks like he's dyed it white, which is possible now because you can dye mounts, which is really cool. Also, it looks like he's put snow on the fence at the back there. He's also fishing with, I'm pretty sure that fishing rod exists in the game already. You can see the Dynasty wood at the top here. This already exists in the game. This furnace looks very different. And I don't know if this is like, because you can actually see smoke. But usually people put cobweb up here to mimic the effect of smoke. And it's actually animated as well. That's really cool. The smoke's actually animated. So maybe the furnace is connected with the chimney here. Also, there's some sort of hand on the back here, which I believe this is a weapon stand. A weapon stand. So this hand may be a weapon. And a lot of you guys in chat are saying that as well. The hand. Yep. I don't think that's a boss trophy. I'm pretty sure that's a weapon rack, not a boss trophy. Just on how the weapon's laid out. A lot of weapons look like this. Corruption boxes, yep, we're going to see that in a second. But also, do you see here where my mouse is? Right here. This is a new addition to the game. It's like, you know the paintings in Minecraft where you put them on the wall and you can put anything in the paintings? That's what this is right here. And I'm pretty sure he put some sort of, what is that? Like a corruption, like worm or seed or something on there? I'm not sure. But you'll see later on where you can see the paintings and how they work. Deathweed planter? Yeah, there is a deathweed plant thingy here. So the plant pots have been updated quite a bit. I'm not sure what the difference between this plant pot and the other plant pots is, but pretty cool. Frames, yeah, the frames is what it's called. Paintings, frames, same thing. Item frames, yeah, that's it. Item frames. Yeah, I'm a noob at Minecraft. All right, chill out, guys. Item frames, paintings, same thing. They look the same. And yep, he gets a corrupted, as you guys were guessing, corrupted crate from the corrupted biome right there. So maybe you can get crimson crates from the crimson biome. Maybe you can get hallowed crates from the hallowed biome. So crates were really cool. So maybe like if you collect some corrupted crates, maybe you'll get like certain corrupted weapons from it. Maybe you get certain corrupted ores from it. Maybe like some of the scales and stuff. There's probably quite a lot of stuff you can get. I'm assuming it's going to be corrupted based, considering it's a corrupted freaking crate, right? So, yeah, maybe corrupted ore and stuff like that. So if you're not like the biggest guy on fighting bosses, there's probably an alternative method. You can go fishing for some, you know? So yeah, let's keep moving on. I like his little hat and his like little stuff, but I don't think that's new. I think that already exists in the game. Is there anything else to look at? I don't believe there is. Looks pretty good though. Shall we move on from that? I think that's everything in that scene. I'm pretty sure that's everything. Yes. I believe there is nothing else. There's like this glass and rubbish up here. There's the palm tree trunk thing. There's nothing too much to talk about else. The dyed pet. Yeah, we talked about that. Corrupted turtle mount. We ain't got to that part yet, even if that exists. Snow on the fences. Yeah, I mentioned that at the start. It looks pretty cool, and you could probably just grab snow and throw it on there. Looks very interesting. New door? No, that's a Dynasty door. Most of this house is made out of Dynasty. The roof is actually just painted Dynasty red tiles, or whatever you want to call it. That's not a new door. Maybe the chain is new. I don't think it is, though. Alright, moving on. The light prospers. Alright, so as I was saying, these frames where you can put any items, these two items do exist in the game, so once again, the frames theory seems to be paying off. I believe this is a character. I don't believe any NPCs look like this. As you can see, the size of NPCs, the one here on the right and the one here on the left, the size of the NPCs are kind of obvious, so I don't think this... A couple people were saying, like, this is a new Roman NPC, but that's not a new NPC. This is a player in Roman outfit. This right here on the left is a new NPC, though. Also, a lot of you were saying a new boss head. Yep, this looks like a boss trophy. So that looks like some sort of Medusa. You guys are right. Everything in this picture is super cool. As you can see, the marble being used again. It looks like you can make marble doors as well. Marble back wall looks really cool as well. It looks like this grass is retextured. You know how you could make grass from the grass leaves before, the leaf one? This looks like a really different texture. They've either changed the texture, or this is maybe a new type of wand that makes maybe like jungle sort of looking grass, you know, because it looks a bit greener. But yeah, it looks very good. New fountain. Wings, yep, the new wings there. I think these wings do exist in the original game though. They are fire wings in the original game, but they may just be, maybe they're a better version of them. Maybe I'm wrong. Alright, is there anything else? There's the angel statue, but that's just painted versions of these normal ones on the side here. I believe that these are actuated on the back here. So this is pretty good because that means you can put statues on actuated blocks. So you can walk through them and have these on actuated blocks. So that means the building and the actuated things have been changed quite a little bit. There's a little sawmill right here. Phoenix wings, is that what you guys are saying? Alright. Retextured sawmill. Do you guys think... Oh, yeah, if this is a retextured sawmill, do you think it takes up less room? I hope it takes up... I hope that is the new sawmill. I think it takes up like 1 block less room, maybe. I might be wrong. But the sawmill, my biggest problem with it is it takes up too much room. It might just take up the same amount of room, though. Looking at it, I think it is... I don't know. I can't tell unless I'm in the game. But it looks a lot better. Maybe it's 1 block, like, not as high as the other one. It looks smaller, though, and it just looks a lot better. It fits with the game altogether. Yep, new doors. Yeah, we saw that. Marble doors, by the looks of things. Looks pretty cool. Got some platforms as well going up. Great stuff. Looks like a marble chandelier. Looks like a new type of statue at the top there. We can't see the difference. And you may have noticed NPCs now fight. Look at that. Look at that. NPCs fighting. And that's just one NPC. All NPCs have unique fighting patterns, as we will see later on in the video that I've discovered. So look at that. NPC fighting away. This is clearly not a player or anything like that. Clearly not. It's clearly an NPC. So that's really cool to see. Is there anything else we need to take a look at? Any last minute people want to talk about stuff? New leaves, yeah, we saw that. Woo, NPCs fight, yeah, that's great. Pink stars, yeah, that exists in the game already. That's coral from the sea. You can put those on platforms and stuff. That already exists. Scrooge, he's Scrooge. Maybe this is who Santa turns into after Christmas. I don't think so, because considering Scrooge is the exact opposite. Retextured wings, yeah, we mentioned them. Pretty cool. Sink, mate. Where's the sink? Sink? Oh, that there. I don't know if that's a sink. I guess it looks like a sink. And yeah, the platforms. I'm pretty sure this is just marble furniture. It's showing us marble dresser, marble bed, marble door, marble sink, I guess. Marble platform, workbench, platforms. Literally everything. Marble chandelier. There's everything. It's just literally showing us everything marble here. Yep, there is a new fountain. Yep, you guys are correct. New crafting. Yep, we saw that. That's the new sawmill that we're expecting. We're assuming that's the sawmill. Top of the building. Yeah, that looks... I don't know what that is. It looks like a statue, but we can't be sure. Alright, let's move on then, I guess. Stop! 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 Why won't it stop? Stop, you piece of... Sigh! Why would it not stop? There we go, that's better. Alright, so let's take a look here. Alright. This is a slime, but it's not no ordinary slime. It's either a slime... It looks very different. It looks like it's been dyed blue, because the saddle is always brown. Now, the slime actually has like this confetti around it. In like, I don't know, it's kind of glowing in a way. Maybe it's due to the player's armor or something glowing or something. Or maybe it's like an improved slime. It looks like it's glowing a little bit, you know? Look at it. like, I feel like the slime is glowing a little bit. Maybe it's like an improved version of the slime or something, or maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe it's just a dyed version. Yep, that's another colored mount. It's a pet colored, by the way. So mounts and pets confirmed to be able to be colored. You guys were saying new alchemy station, brand new alchemy station. Interesting stuff here, very interesting. Because we already have an alchemy station which is just standing next to a bottle, but maybe there's going to be new ways of, like, I don't know, making potions and stuff. So maybe the alchemy station is going to be pretty useful. But I don't know, I kind of just like the bottle because you could just put it next to the workbench. Or maybe this is just individual items placed on a workbench or an already existing one. Who knows? There's these little grass things. I feel like these are like, they look very strange. They look like they're growing into something. I wonder what they're growing into. Very interesting. They look like mobs. They look like mobs when they're fully grown. Like this one here just looks like a plant. This one looks like a plant. But these guys, they actually look like they've got faces. See? They've got dots on their face and they've got like a mouth. So maybe these are like some sort of defending thing and they'll fight and stuff. I don't know. I'm making this up. Ice plant already existed in the game. We can see some more of those vines and stuff as well. Yeah, all these plants already existed. There's no new ones here. Maybe the crimson one is going to be a new one, but other than that, it's usually like, because crimson and corruption currently share the same one, deathweed, but crimson doesn't have one, and it doesn't have one growing on the screen either. So maybe it's confirmed that there is a new thing. I think one of the things to take into account is the pink water candle, because later on in the video we'll see that there will actually be a pink water candle buff. So what do you guys think the water candle does? Do you think it increases mobs just like the blue candle, or do you think it decreases mobs? Because that's one thing that could possibly happen. That's pretty cool. The pot is new. You mean this pot here, this pink pot? I mean that's an alchemy stand. Well, that's what we're assuming, right? Or do you mean this one on the right? If you're talking about this one on the right, that's not new. That's a clay pot. That's not new. I've played Terraria enough to know this one right here where my mouse is not new. That is not new. But this here, this alchemy stand, what we're assuming is may potentially be new. We don't know yet. But yeah. No, the flower pots. The flower pots. You mean these are flower pots? I don't even know. Either decrease mobs or provide life regen. Yeah, it could provide life regen, but we already have hearts that do that, as in heart candles. They're talking about the herbs. Yeah, we've already talked about these herbs. Yeah, they have like flowers. They have like a stand, right? I wonder if you'll be able to choose what to put in here, because yeah, it's like a flower stand. You guys are correct. I thought you were talking about these pots, as in these potions. You seem to be getting carried away with that. But yeah, these are joined up and whatever. I wonder if you can like select the individual ones. Oh, you guys are saying pots are connected. So the existing clay pots that are already in the game, you can like line them up and then they'll look like this. That's what you guys are saying? I don't know about that. Maybe. I think it's just a new item in general though. It looks like it's made out of wood rather than clay. But it does have the same effect of pots. Placeable leaves, yep, we saw that already. The placeable vines and the leaves in the previous segment. The vines hanging in weird places. Yeah, you can put those anywhere apparently. They're just like rope. They go on back wall or not, for example. They can go up anywhere. They're like you can tell that they look like rope. And they work like rope just by looking at it. Like you see this ball here, that's exactly how rope works. When you put one block down, and chain, it's exactly how chain works. So I'm pretty sure this vine is just another version of rope and chain. Alright, we're only 20 seconds in. Alright, is there anything else in this? Alright, so he uses this new, well, she uses this new staff that creates moss. So this is just going to help with general building. Obviously, in the current game, you cannot put moss down in any shape, form or fashion, so this kind of just makes it so you can be more creative with these like sort of wands. I'm pretty sure you can change this wand or something, or get different ones, because there is lots of different types of moss. There's green moss, there's red moss, there's blue moss, there's pink moss, there's loads of mosses, so there's probably different versions of the wand. This moss just so happens to be the similar color of the flower here, so maybe there's different ones, or maybe it's just one wand that changes everything. Staff of moss growth, that sounds like a name that would be called. Staff of remoss. Probably moss growth. I'd say moss growth. So yeah, let's keep going. Is that anything new at the end here? Let's just make sure we're not missing anything, alright? What is this? What is this? I don't even know what this is. Does this exist in the game? I don't think it does. Yeah, what is that? I'm kind of curious on what everything is. Why is the pause button so sticky? What is that? I don't even know what it is. I guess it's just, I don't know, and yeah, I guess new fences? Maybe when you hammer the fence? I don't know. Maybe you find these in underground shelters. There's a purple plant. Yeah, I see the purple as well. Very interesting. I'm kind of curious on what that is as well. You guys are correct. There's a big thing here and there's a purple thing here. I have no idea what this is. Cogs, someone's saying? I don't know. It looks like some sort of fence, but I don't see a point to that. Giant clock. It doesn't really look like a clock, let's be honest. Home defense? I don't know about that. I don't know. I think it's just a bit of decoration that someone made. I don't think we should spend too long looking at that. Where's the link to the video? You can just go here. It's on the front page. All information there. Alright, let's keep going then. But darkness grows. Alright, just the desert. It seems like there's some back wall here. Maybe it's something to do with the desert. Desert finally has a back wall. Wow. So new weapon, shoots 2 bullets at the same time. Pew pew. That's pretty cool. And look at that. Look at that mob right there. That's a new mount. A brand new mount. You know how we have bunny races, turtle races, and like hornet races? We're gonna have gecko crocodile races, or whatever the hell this thing is. Look at that. Look at that thing. Is there anything else we can say about this? Like, let's have a look. Obviously, the laser's shooting 2 bullets in at the same time, and it's pretty badass, but cool story. It's quite big as well, look at that. But yeah, look at that gecko. Is that a gecko? Would you say it's a gecko? Buffed Piguron? No, there's already a Piguron mount that exists. This thing's too thin to be a Piguron. It's not a Piguron. It looks like a lizard. Like some sort of gecko lizard, right? A geckadile? Like a crocodile gecko, yeah. I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to get this from, like, the jungle or something, right? It feels like it has that jungle... Or the desert, maybe. Because there's lots of scorpions in the desert. Maybe it's a variation of a scorpion. Land shark? Land shark. I'm not so sure about that, guys. It has legs. I mean, of course land sharks have legs and everything, but... I think you're just pulling stuff out your booty. And maybe it comes out... Yeah, maybe it comes out the lizard temple. Yeah, that's true. A lizard. Maybe it is something to do with that. I don't think it's a retextured Piguron. Pigurons have wings. This doesn't have any wings by the looks of things. I think this thing will be just a faster and higher jumping version of the bunny mount, I believe. You can shoot while you're riding a mount. Now someone's talking. Now you're talking. You can shoot whilst riding mounts. That wasn't possible before. You are correct. I wonder if you can use hooks whilst riding a mount as well. That is that's a very good suggestion. Good job. You can shoot whilst riding mounts. That's what this clip is all about. Plus the gecko. So that's really cool. You can shoot whilst riding mounts. That's brilliant. You can probably use melee weapons and stuff like that. We'll be able to see that later as well. That's really cool because a lot of people don't use mounts because there's no point to using mounts except for travel. But now you can use them to like move around whilst fighting and stuff like that, right? It's got, yeah, someone says OP, but I don't think it's going to be that OP. I don't think it's gonna be that OP, considering you have like wings and all these other crazy like maneuverability things. I think the mount. I don't think mounts are going to be that OP. I think they'll be pretty good for like the twins and stuff, running away from them whilst you're like shooting them, because for the twins you can like run away from them, and that's what all you need to do really. So just make a big arena, use a mount, and then like that, those bosses will be pretty easy. And then maybe for Fisheron as well, but probably for a lot of the new bosses as well, especially because there's more mounts coming. Sandstone under the sand, maybe. Yeah, it looks like this back wall is leading down to some sort of sand chasm. I don't know, but the sand has back wall now. Pretty good. Sand didn't have back wall before, so now you can make houses out of sand and stuff like that. Desert caves. Hopefully desert caves will be pretty cool, but usually the sand just caves in and it just looks ugly. So hopefully they've made like the desert a bit more bearable biome. I want to say something, but I'm afraid it won't be new. Yeah, yeah. There's probably a lot of experts here that know their Terraria stuff. What were you gonna say, Ophelia? There's new cactuses. Those aren't new, Ophelia. All right, shall we keep going? I think we should. Someone says it's the new meteorite texture. You could be spot on. This could be a new meteorite texture. There is some sort of glowing down here that we can see. It could be the meteorite. It could have crashed down here. It may make an indent in the world now. That might be a possibility. You are correct. All right, let's keep moving on. All right, desert leading up to the whatever this is. Oh, we've seen this before. This was thought of ages ago. Well, we've seen the GIF of this or whatever. So the dungeon's got an overhaul. I'm assuming this gets like, all right, we need to figure out how they implement this in the game. All right, we need to figure out this. Is this what has been? Is this what happens when is this what happens to the dungeon after hard mode? Is this what happens? I don't know. This is really hard to like picture. Or is this a new dungeon that isn't like the regular dungeon? It's very interesting. There's a lot of things. Like how would they implement this in the game? Like these animations and these cutscenes, or do you have to set up this ritual, or do you come across it? Like, it's interesting. That is the face of Cthulhu. You're indeed correct. That does look like the face of Cthulhu. Post Plantera, maybe. Interesting. Yeah. Farmer's correct. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Don't screw up your dungeon. Save it for this. Exactly, because you can start destroying dungeon brick as soon as you get like a molten pickaxe, right? Are they going to change that? Are they going to change it so that you can't edit the dungeon? Because if this is supposed to happen in hard mode, what if you've like destroyed the dungeon and started using like the dungeon for your house and stuff? Then you wouldn't be able to use this cutscene. Wouldn't happen, or this like animation cycle wouldn't happen, because you've already destroyed the dungeon, right? Like, do you have to keep the dungeon intact for this to happen? This is really interesting to me. Post Pigaron. What? I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Like, what's gonna happen? Maybe they've just stopped. Maybe they said you can't break these blocks until you've got like a pixel or something, right? I don't know. Maybe the dungeon respawns. Yeah, maybe. Hey, Roka. Maybe that happens. Ped, it's an altar in expert mode. Okay, so what you're saying is, if you play expert mode, Skeletron is replaced by this. Is that what you're saying? I could see that, but at the same time, I don't see why they'd just remove Skeletron. Or maybe this does summon Skeletron in expert mode. Who knows? The outside has two bows, Ped. You what? It's after you kill the golem. So this turns into that after the golem, right? And if you've got the pixel, then you can destroy the blocks, maybe. Cultist archers left and right. Oh, yeah, they are archers, aren't they? So it looks like you're going to be fighting these in the end. And these are the mages probably in the center. Maybe these 4 people are a miniature boss. Who knows? Pretty good. And just zooming in on the emblem here. Explore and conquer new lands. Okay, so this is a brand new biome, and look at that new retexture on the. I assume this is a retexture on the campfires, unless it's just a brand new sort of campfire that exists. So this is the Granite biome, as you guys are probably aware at this point. This is the Granite biome. Looks pretty sick. And you saw just then, this NPC, this brand new NPC, just threw a bone at the enemies. As I said, all NPCs now have unique attack styles, like the grandpa had a walking stick. This guy throws bones, pretty sick. Alrighty, so got some mobs here, and you've got a new armor set as well. Alright, shall we just take a look back at this before we continue? I know this guy's in a lot of cutscenes, but yeah, I just want to take a look at this. Oh, actually, this guy here, this little... Wait a minute, let's take a look at that again. So, yeah, alright, this is a granite golem. This is the traveling... I'm assuming this guy doesn't move into your house, and he's like a traveling merchant, but he lives underground. That's what I'm assuming about this guy, alright? I'm going to move on to the next scene in just a second. I just want to get everything over with in this scene first. I'm assuming this guy is like a traveling merchant, but he lives underground. So you'll bump into him, you can buy some stuff from him, and then he leaves, and then he comes back and stuff like that. So he's not an NPC that actually moves into your house. I feel like the bag and just like everything in general just screams traveling merchant to me. So I feel like he's going to be an underground traveling merchant. That's what I think. New campfire, yep. Alright, so he throws a bone at this guy here. If you remember ages ago, Reddit posted a spoiler picture about this mob right here. And he was asking for names for this. So we don't know what he decided to call it, but people were suggesting stuff. This here is a granite golem. We know that. We find that out in the future, in the video. So he throws the bone, it hits it, and it rolls. How cool is that? This thing is probably coded like the Flinks. You hit it, it rolls around like a little like golf ball, right? So right then you saw, that was super cool. He throws the bone at it, it starts rolling around. Look how far it rolled. It's just like the Sinks. Not the Sinks, that's Senex. It's just like the Flinks. There we go, I got there in the end. Alrighty, moving on to the next scene, because why not? Alright, we've got brand new dinosaur armor. Interesting. Alright, what do you guys think this is? Do you think this is hard mode, or do you think this is pre-hard mode? I actually think this is pre-hard mode. Like, actually no, look at the damage they're doing. 50, 80. They're crits though. He's doing 30 damage a piece. So maybe this is... 30 damage is quite a lot though. Maybe this is late. This is probably after corruption, pre-hard mode, right? I'm trying to figure out, because in hard mode, you guys are saying hard mode? Because no, there is the marble and the granite. A lot of you are like, obviously hard mode, and then some of you are like, probably pre-hard mode. There's a lot of like random thoughts being thrown around here, guys. Ped, they have 110 HP. Safety Potato says hard mode. I thought that was Safety Amanda then. I got confused. Alright, so the reason I think it's you guys are like hard mode, pre-hard mode. Everyone's like arguing over expert mode. No, this is gonna be expert mode and not standard mode. There's not gonna be anything that differentiates the two too much. So anyway, as I was saying, the marble and the granite biome are gonna be pre-hard mode and hard mode. Confirmed. Like that's confirmed. That just looks like copper. That isn't palladium, guys. I'm pretty sure, right? But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, granite biome and marble biome, they are both going to be pre-hard mode and hard mode. They're going to get upgraded in hard mode, and they're going to be standard in pre-hard mode. So we need to figure out what... There's probably more to it later on, but let's just take a look anyway. So as you can see, he's using a new spear, destroying these enemies. And he has a brand new dinosaur sort of looking... I don't think this is vanity. It could be vanity, but it probably has some pretty good stats. It just so happens to looks pretty cool as well. New torch, big deal. Wow, look at the coins. The coins look brand new. I didn't notice this. You see, they like spin and stuff, and they drop, and look at that. Look at the coins. They spin. That's super cool. All right, Granite Golem, 242 HP. All right, let's get the Terraria wiki up. Let's have a look at the Terraria wiki. All right, what standardly Granite Golems? Golems have a lot of HP. All right, Golems, they're probably gonna have a lot of HP. Now, what mobs have similar HP? So let's have a look at the goblins from the Goblin Army. Maybe look at the Goblin Warrior. Goblin Warrior has a lot of HP. So Goblin Warrior max life 110. So that has 242 HP. Maybe it's hard mode. It does have twice as much and even more than a Goblin Warrior, and the Goblin Warrior does have quite a lot of HP. So maybe this is hard mode because it does have a lot of HP. But yeah, zombies have 40 HP. I feel like, all right, let's take a look at corruption enemies. How much corruption? Devourer. Let's have a look at Devourer's HP. Devourers have, oh, they have a really odd amount of HP because they have like parts to them. Eater of Souls, they're gonna have really low amount of HP though. It's probably a bad thing to compare to. Yeah, pretty bad. I feel like this is gonna be, pre-hard mode, but hard. You know what I mean? Am I making any sense here? Pre-hard mode, but the late game, I feel. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Sharks have 250 HP. Yeah, that's an example of pre-hard mode enemy that has a lot of HP. I'm just trying to like help you guys understand that it's not obviously hard mode. This could easily be pre-hard mode. Alright? Sharks have 250 HP. That's pretty good. So late pre-hard mode. That's what I think. I think once you get into hard mode, this area is going to get a lot more tougher, and it will be getting a lot more stronger as well. Alright. Back into the game. Let's keep taking a look at everything. You can see these like little like black bits dropping, so you can probably craft some sort of stuff from the circular granite enemies. So let's keep going. Actually, I think we just figured out the name of those little guys. Granite Elemental. Okay, so they're called Granite Elementals. So when Red asked for suggestions on names, he just ended up calling it Elemental. Not too special, but those small things are called Granite Elementals. Cool name. These things are called Granite Golems. Pretty cool stuff. The coins drop really cool. That's great. There's loads of golems here. Throwing spears at them. 66 damage a crit. So the spears aren't OP or anything, but they're pretty good. You would not believe some of the things people throw at me. Want to buy some of it? I do believe that this guy, Mandible Clara Vera. Interesting. I do believe that this guy is a traveling merchant underground, though. I do believe that's what he is. And yeah, I do believe that's what he is. I don't think, unless that old man that we saw at the start is like what he transforms into, because he does have the same sort of hat. Let's have a look. I do believe. Wait, where is it? Should be right here. Yeah, he has the same sort of hat, right? I don't know about that, actually. I think I'm just making things up now, guys. He does have a similar hat, though. Maybe he transforms into a old man. Oh yeah, the YOLO. Yeah, the yo-yo. Not the YOLO. The yo-yo. Yeah, this is a yo-yo. Cool. I think he just wanted to show it off just for kicks. You know. It didn't do much damage. 12. Clearly a pre-hard mode weapon. I think he was just using it for kicks. You can see one of the coins right here spinning around. You see them? See them? Pretty cool. We saw that. Using yo-yo. Yeah, the pre-hard mode yo-yo does 20 damage and it killed this thing. This is definitely pre-hard mode, guys. It's gotta be, right? Alright, now that was the granite biome. This is the marble biome. And as you can see, new mobs. As you can tell, it's probably pre-hard. Yeah, this is easily pre-hard mode. This is definitely pre-hard mode. Marble biome. And as you can see, I think these shacks have had a little bit of an overhaul. They've been given a bit of a revamp, I guess you could say. They've been given like stairs, unless this has been like player made, which I highly doubt it. They didn't have stairs before, so they've been given stairs, and they've now got cobwebs in them as well. So that's really, really cool. And I think that's all they've done with it. They've made it look like a bit more run down by making holes in the back wall here, which is kind of new. So the underground shacks have been updated, as you can probably see. But moving on from the shack that already exists in the game, let's take a look at the things that are brand new. Medusa herself, we did see earlier, right here, that Medusa is indeed a boss, apparently, because as you can see, that there's her trophy, and you only get trophies of like bosses, right? Apparently, so that's what you see there. And also we get the Roman gear here as well being used. So apparently you can get the Roman gear from killing those little fools. So let's go back. It's the next scene. There we go. So looks pretty cool. And as you can see right here, she throws a spear at the player, and he gets damage for 102. That's pretty damn hardcore. That's a lot of damage. And he instantly turns to stone. So Medusa, she may look innocent and sweet, but she did a lot of damage, alright? She turned him into stone as well. So there's new debuffs. You get turned into stone. Yet Medusa is Greek. Safety potato. Your name catches my eye every time, I don't know why. You can place items on the item things. I know you can, but they're weapons usually, right? Unless, maybe Medusa's head is a weapon. And maybe they're tricking us. Maybe Medusa isn't a boss. And instead of this being a boss like trophy, right? Maybe it's a weapon rack, and Medusa's head is a weapon. And you can turn things to stone by showing her your head. How cool would that be? Plot twist. Plot twist right there. It's not a boss after all, because it's too small. It's a weapon. Her head is a weapon. It's Gorgon, not Medusa. I guess they would have changed the name from Medusa to Gorgon, just because, you know, you never know with copyright these days. Might as well make things unique names, you know? It all makes sense now. So you can get turned to stone. That's pretty cool. And there's also a new, you know how you have like the fairies that light up areas? This looks like a floating lantern. That looks super sick. And now he's using, I'm pretty sure, yeah, he's in hard mode now. So the character is clearly hard mode now. He has wings and everything. So maybe, maybe he wasn't confident in killing Medusa or whatever you want to call her. So he waited until he had a hard mode character. Because before he really didn't have a hardcore character, did he? Gets turned to stone. There's some of the normal bad guys at the back there. He looks like he's using the their armor, but just died. He's doing a lot of damage to her. He's killing her super fast. She can't be a boss, right? She just does a lot of damage. Maybe she's a hard mode mob or something. Yeah, he kills her pretty fast. Does she drop anything? She doesn't. Alright. Shall we move on from that? Is there anything else we can picnic from this whole scene here? I don't know what he's throwing either. He's throwing some sort of like purple daggers or something. It's very strange. Mothra wings. New wing. They are clearly Mothra wings. You guys are 100% correct. That is definitely Mothra wings. And if you guys are confused at like what Mothra wings are, we'll see them later in the invasion down here. But Mothra was confirmed a while ago for the eclipse. So Mothra wings, they look exactly like Mothra. So you guys are pretty correct on that. They look exactly like Mothra wings. And I can imagine Mothra wings being pretty damn OP if you get them from the eclipse. They are definitely Mothra wings. The magic daggers have been displayed before. Yeah, but these ones seem to be pink. They look very different. And the Ichor damage looked like it came from his pink, some sort of sword. Let's try and stop it on the sword right there. It looks like a wall of flesh sword. Look at that. Whoa, that looks super sick. You see that right there? It's like, wow, is that a crimson? No. It looks like some sort of wall of, but the wall of flesh already has the breaker blade. How interesting. That sword looks super cool. Wow, that looks great. And it does ichor damage, so maybe... I don't think it... I couldn't see any ichor effects coming off it. Actually, no, it shoots out this... Okay, so it's like a projectile sort of weapon. It shoots out this right here. You see that coming out? This weapon shoots out ichor. You see that? This yellow line? That's pretty damn cool. That's pretty damn cool. Very interesting. New thing on the left of the chest. What, the piano? That's not new. That's been in the game for a while, but so yeah, that's pretty cool. The ichor sword of some sort. Looks like it comes from maybe the wall of flesh from the looks of it. Flesh sword? Ichor sticker sword? Yeah, it looks super sick. Rod of Discord sword? I don't know about that. That's going a bit far. Alright, Crimson Claymore. Maybe. We've already got the bloody sword though, so I don't think it would be a crimson sword, considering we've already got a crimson one. I'd say, I don't know. There's a sword for everything. Even the breaker blade would make the... I don't know. Maybe it's a wall of flesh sort of drop. Expert mode wall of flesh, maybe. Yeah, maybe you're right. They do say there is going to be expert mode special drops, so maybe it's that. It does have the Rod of Discord type texture, maybe. You think the sword is dropped from a new boss? Maybe. Maybe. Alrighty, let's keep on going then. New biome once again. This is... It looks like the marble biome infected with Hallowed. This is why I was saying the one before was pre-hard mode. This one looks like marble infected with Hallowed. That's what this one looks like. And this is probably where it comes from. I think the marble fits the Hallowed biome really well, and the Granite fits the corruption / crimson really well. So I think those two biomes is where, in the new version of the game, this is where the hard mode biomes are going to come from. I feel like the Hallowed is going to originate from the marble biome. I feel like as soon as you get into hard mode, the marble biome will turn into the Hallowed marble biome, and suddenly it like come out slowly from that, right? You know how it suddenly just gets randomly placed? I feel like it's going to be placed within where the marble or granite is. You know what I mean? And as we can see, there's a giant worm that just looks like a standard mob. There's a scorpion, similar to the spiders, climbs on the walls, jumps all over the place, blah, 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 blah. And there is some sort of sexy worm, mermaid, something or other. She's pretty hot. She looks like a nymph. Maybe a nymph wannabe. She'll never be as hot as the nymph though. And this thing that seems to be dribbling and just walking all over the place. Very, very, very interesting stuff. It's a crystal biome. It's a crystal biome. It's crystal biome. It's crystal biome. I don't know. Pedguin, that's a hallowed desert? Are you guys sure? Actually, that does make sense. Hallowed desert. It would explain the scorpion. It's Naga. Interesting. The scorpion is a new hallowed spider. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to just disregard some of your comments. I guess it makes sense, though. It could be like a hallowed, some sort of sand biome. I don't know, though. We have... I think you guys are actually right. You know, when I mentioned it earlier, I actually... Wait, let's go all the way back real quick. We're just going to take a look at something. Let's take a look at the textures of something. We saw this right here, right? We saw this right here. And I was saying, oh, it looks like it could be an entrance to an underground desert, right? Well, maybe there are underground deserts. If there are underground deserts, I'm going to go crazy because I've been wanting underground deserts and bigger desert biomes for ages. So let's take a look. So, alright. This is pretty cool. So, this is how the underground desert will work. This right here, this texture looks like sand. What I think are going to be around the edges is going to be like hard sand to make sure the sand doesn't collapse and stuff like that. As you can see, the sand, it looks like there's sand in here. And then there's like hard edges. I don't know, it could be like a hallowed desert. That's really cool. because I was saying, oh, you can't have deserts because it would all just fall down, right? But I guess if you have like these hard edges, it could make it really make a really cool underground desert biome. Because to be honest, this worm and this scorpion and these mobs, they look really deserty. Thinking about it, scorpions, deserty, like everything looks really cool. It does look like sand, doesn't it? Very, very interesting. This is so much better, like talking as a group, because we can all throw in our ideas rather than me just being like, I think this is the granite biome, and then like move on to the next thing. Like I immediately said this looks like the marble biome, right? And then someone suggested that it was the desert biome, and I can completely see their point of view. The scorpion, all the mobs, they look very deserty. Like this could be like a variation of a mummy or something. But yeah, this does look like an underground desert. I can see that. I can very much see that. Hallowed underground desert. Very good. Very good suggestions, guys. And I kind of like the back wall down here. I'm very interested to see what this looks like, because this looks really, really cool. I wish we could see more of that. Snake woman. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Look at the ore at the top. Right here. This black ore. Looks cool. We can't see much of it, though. Alright, shall we move on? I think we should. Alright. Alright, let's have a look then. I think that this background changes depending on what biome you're in. So it will, if you're in a hallowed biome, the background will just generally look like this. Alright, so okay, there's a floating buttocks there. Right here. You see where my mouse is? Just a floating bum. I don't really know what to say about that. It's just a buttocks floating in the sky. Alright, interesting. There's also a scorpion getting wrecked by something. Oh, it's coming from his tornado. I don't know. There's not a lot happening here. There's not a lot of new things that we need to cover. Maybe like an entrance from this way. This looks like if this is like the desert hallowed biome, which this still could be, the entrance that we saw earlier could be from up there. Maybe there are different types of entrances. New weapon. He's got, oh wow, would you look at that? Wow, that's a really cool weapon actually. It like charges up and shoots out. That's super cool. And he's charging up again. This reminds me of Mega Man right here. Pew! He missed right then. What a scrub. Pew! That's super cool. It like powers up and then gets shot out. I don't think we have many charge up weapons. So that's really cool. Here's another one of those buttocks. I think this is the variation of the Crimson pet. You know how the Corruption has a pet where it looks like a little Corruptus floating around? I think this is the Crimson. It looks like a pair of buttocks though. So that's interesting. Very, very interesting. Alright. And we're in the same biome once again. Let's see if there's anything else to look at. So we're in hard mode now. We can tell we're in hard mode because of the hallowed and the light and all that stuff. For those of you not aware and needed confirmation. Once again, shooting the weapon down. Soul of light. Damn it, I wanted to see the enemy. This is the little worm enemy that we're taking a look at here. Put your mouse on it or something. Oh. So once again, we can find out that enemy's name. Alright, we're gonna finally find out that enemy's name. He puts his mouse on it. It really does. So, did we go too far back? That's fine, it's fine. Alright, we gotta do it flowing by frame. Wait, did it not work? Wait, I swear I saw him put his mouse on the mob there. This thing right here, he puts his mouse on it, alright? Thanks for the host, Gold Fox. 26 viewers, damn. Thank you. I'll have to get you back sometime, but I really do appreciate that. Alright, so what is he doing? I saw it again. What did he put his mouse on? I saw it. It said soul patcher? Or sand patcher? Oh, it said copper coin. What is this? Is this new ore? This looks like some sort of sand. Maybe there's gonna be sand ore. I know what this is. I know what this is. You see like the faces here? This is fossil. These are fossil ores. They have to be. Fossil ores. This is a pre-hard mode item. That's why he's not mining it. That's why he doesn't care about it. These are fossils. Pre-hard mode freaking dinosaur gear that we saw earlier. Remember the dinosaur stuff? Where is it? Let's go find it. I think it was somewhere around... Wait, where's the granite? I think it's around here. You see this dinosaur gear? Where else is he going to get that? He's going to get it from the fossils underneath the sand biome. New pre-hard mode for the desert. Fossils. Dinosaur armor. Right? That's pretty cool, right? Fossils. They look like fossils, right? The little, like, skulls in the corners and stuff. They just look like fossils. Interesting. Fossil armor from earlier, yeah. Look at his armor, it's new. It's really hard to see from his big bushy beard. But yeah, it does look like pretty cool new armor. Or maybe the boots are just new. Wait, what did he put his... I think... Oh, no, he put it on the Soul of Light, I remember now. Defend against new invaders! Alrighty, so this is a new edition. And it looks like it's going to be part of the pirate army. So, and as you can see, these new item frames in effect here. Also, I guess this is like the boss version. Maybe there's two different pirate armies. There's the original, and there's also the boss version. Maybe this just comes every single time. Who knows? But yeah, this is clearly a boss, or an invasion boss at least, because it has a trophy down here. And looks like the person playing has decided to make themselves a pirate ship in the desert here. And once again, you can see the back walls of the desert. So I do believe that we can say underground deserts, underground desert biome confirmed. Just from looking at this, like this is the last piece of evidence we need. We can see the back wall of the desert here. Clearly confirms that we're gonna have some underground deserts. That's super sick. I'm really excited. So we can see the character right here in his beautiful like Johnny Depp outfit, whatever you want to call it. Thank you, Meta Knight, for 2 months in a row. Really do appreciate that. Thank you. As you can see, he's throwing some sort of gas bombs at his enemies here. You see that? You see him throwing them around, and it looks like it uses mana because. Oh wow, look what pops out, like a little trophy cup. I'm assuming this weapon is like a book of some sort and it uses mana because when you run out of mana, lots of mana happens. Maybe it's like a potion that you throw though. It could be anything. Maybe Alchemist is going to be like a new quote-unquote class where you're going to have lots of like potions that you can throw and use to hurt your enemies and stuff like that. But I just think it's a one-off item. I don't think it's a new complete class or anything. But it'll be pretty cool if it like Alchemist turned into like a more of a class. He's throwing rum. I don't think rum's bright cyan color, you know. Tear gas, maybe. I don't think it affects the player though. It's gonna be like a new version of Molotovs, I think. A new version, more OP. Look at him, he's throwing them everywhere. Doing quite a lot of damage, 40, and it's AoE as well. So these sort of weapons will be really good against like the Eater of Worlds, the Destroyer, stuff like that. Let's just keep going through. Did we miss anything there? Let's just take another look. But yeah, the pirate ship is super cool. Let's just keep an eye on the pirate ship and have a look at its like moveset. Oh, it's dropping pirates down. So the pirate ship drops pirates down, and it also fires cannonballs. Look at that. Which then explode on the floor and create AoE damage as well. So that's really cool. Ped, there are cannons. Yes, there are cannons coming from the pirate ship. You guys are correct. See if there's anything else. It's a new tree. No, these trees already exist. They are palm trees. They already exist in the game, don't worry. New jetpack. Oh yeah, you guys are right. Let's have a look. Look at him. Well, I don't know actually. It looks like he's using his boots. But it does look like he has something on his back. Maybe it's his hat. That's a different type of hat. Does look very interesting though, guys. You guys are correct. There's a lot of banners down here as well. You guys are correct on that. Let's see if there's anything else. These cannons already exist in the game already, so kind of curious on what this is. It's like a golden cup. Maybe it's a spawner or something. It looks like the same size of a spawner, but it's probably just a chalice that you can put on whatever. All right, now this is something that really excites me. All right, just this in general. 600 HP. He has 600 HP. Is that new? Isn't 500 the max? Wait, is 500 the max? No, 600 is the max, right? I don't even know. Is that a new total? Is that a new highest amount? I didn't even know. I didn't even see that when I looked at that before. Maybe I'm just imagining things though. But yeah, this is one thing I'm really excited for. This like invasion indicator. I feel like it takes up quite a lot of the screen, but you can probably switch it on or off. Oh, he's using a life force potion. Where can we see that? Oh, he is using the life force potion. You can see it right there. All right. I see. Yeah. Yes, 500 is max. Oh my god, yeah. It's the life force potion, guys. That exists in the game already. So I don't want to get anyone confused and thinking the new max is 600 or anything. Yeah, 500 is the max, but with life force potion it gets you an extra 100. Just making sure on that, guys. And you can see it in his wait, not his hotbar. But anyway, I'm gonna look at his inventory and everything in just a second. All right, so this is what I'm really excited for. When you're doing like goblin invasions and stuff like that, like, it's really annoying to see when it's going to end. So this kind of like tells you when it's going to end and like how long it's going to take. 16 enemies nearby. I'm kind of interested by this chest detected nearby. After invasions, are chests just going to randomly spawn like in around areas and you can like loot them and stuff? Or is this just like chests being detected in general? Like, because his house is here and he's got chests in it, so is it saying chests detected nearby? If that's the case, then that kind of sucks. But yeah, I kind of like this. No rare creatures nearby, 16 enemies. I feel like, can you toggle this on and off? Oh, I know what this is. This is probably like an accessory, right? Probably an accessory. Oh yeah, it must be an accessory because it's got like you're this high, you're this depth. So it's like the GPS, except it has even more things. It's like a really advanced GPS. That's what it is. Maybe it's the cell phone. Yeah, maybe it's the cell phone. The cell phone has like an insane GPS and it gives you all these stats. But I'm surely he should put it in his accessory bar. Alright, let's take a look at these things then. He's using an item called Hellfire, which is the actual yo-yo. He's got two types of yo-yos here. He's got the Hellfire and some sort of green one. He's also got some sort of spear. He's also got some sort of, I assume that's like a magic spell. It's some sort of gem by the looks of things. He's got a shield as well, the Eye of Cthulhu shield that we've seen before. We've also got bigger potions that we've never seen before, I think. Some sort of flask, probably does some sort of damage. I'm trying to look at these buffs, because what is this buff here? Like the Iron Man buff? Is that the Iron Man buff? I'm not even sure. He's got mobs increased. He's also got some sort of... What are all these things? So strange. Phoenix wings are the best? We don't even know that yet. Probably not best. Probably new flame wings. I don't know. Probably just a new version of the wings. Because fire wings and stuff exist already. But these ones, I don't know. These are probably just new ones. Maybe the other ones become a material and you can improve them or something. Thank you, Mr. Happy Guy, with the 2 months in a row. Thank you, dude. Really do appreciate the support. Thank you. Alright, shall we keep moving on? Let's have a look what he's doing during this event. There's Mothra once again with a 6,000 HP. Mothron. So Mothron drops wings, as we found out before. We got a little sneak at some of the wings that we saw earlier on, which was really cool. Lovely little base. I kind of like these like little edges here. I'm kind of curious on what this is made out of to make these edges like glow up and stuff. I feel like it's put meteorite around as well to make it like glow. Something in the water there looks really creepy. He's also got Frankenstein's, one of his creators there, flying around. Does he actually fly? No, he jumps. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else we can actually say about this, except the stuff that's in his inventory that we can't even say that much. Oh, what am I talking about? He's using the freaking hook. Alright, so this hook looks super sick. I really like it. So, a brand new type of hook is in the game, where you can just attach yourself to a wall and not have to move, and then you can just like suddenly change direction whenever you want to. So this hook has like unlimited, I don't know, it's not long, it doesn't look too long, right, but it holds you in place. It doesn't drag you to a surface. You can probably hold it down or something, and then it will keep you there, and you can probably like let go of the button and it will pull you in. So it's like new mechanics, right? Brand new mechanics added to the game. Looks really good. The potion healed him for 250 there. That's pretty good. Pretty super sick stuff. Is that a new, like, right here, you see this where my mouse is? Is that, I know this is a new, like, everything right here is brand new, like, I'm trying to figure out what this is, but it's kind of, it's quite a lot of stuff here to, like, kind of break down. Like, there's so many things in this area here, like furniture wise and stuff. There's even like a little painting of a voodoo doll. I think that might be a frame though. But yeah, look right here. Is that a new gravestone? Looks pretty cool, right? Oh, the waterfall. Yeah, the waterfall already exists in the game, and that's cloud at the bottom. And that's just called being an artiste. But yeah, that's nothing much. Probably a new retextured grave marker. Yeah, that's what that looks like. It looks pretty cool. The waterfall isn't new, guys. The waterfall exists in the game already. That's just made with, what, people really think this is new? Come on, guys, this isn't new, you silly sausages. Yep, the greatest healing potion. Yeah, that's correct. Why is the background only 1:14 p.m? Because it's an eclipse, and that makes the day nighttime. Well, it looked nighttime, you know what I mean? You can tell it's an eclipse because Mothra and stuff. Ped, the red house like made out of meteorite. Oh, that makes sense, because considering he's got all these meteorite pieces around, it would make sense for this to actually be made out of meteorite brick and all sorts. So it's given meteorite more of a use, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, the waterfall already exists. Alright, so let's move on to the next stage here. Alright, we've got a goblin army that seems to be improved. You can see in the bottom right here some sort of, I don't even know what to call it. We can't see it, it's zoomed in too much, but I'd like to have seen that. But yeah, new mount, unicorn. New bunny, a couple of you said. I think this is just the limited edition bunny. I'm trying to match the clothes of the wearer. It is glowing quite a bit though, I have to say. The Dryad's taking a pummeling. This guy's coming out of nowhere. So it looks like the mages have been improved quite a bit. They fly around and they're really annoying. They were really annoying before, but they're going crazy even more. Yep, the Dryad's using a spell. What I think this spell is, guys, is, well, I think this right here. You see this wall that she's made? I'm pretty sure she made that wall. She made this spell come up so she can protect herself whenever possible. But she can't protect herself 24/7 though, else she'd just solo bosses herself. And yeah, so I was thinking like the player could go in there and she'd heal you, but I think she's just defending herself. So yeah, we can see the Dryad's spell has worn out. It doesn't last forever, and she's about to get slam dunked by this peon. What else is happening around here? This mage is going ham on the player right here. I'm kind of curious on how much HP the peon has right there. Let's keep going. So this wizard has quite a lot of damage and HP. Like, has significantly more HP than any of the other goblins, considering his weapons are ripping right through them. Except when he used an attack on that, it did 76 and 31 damage, and it barely took a scratch. So this like goblin mage might have like 500 plus HP. So that's pretty much, that's a big improvement from before, let's be honest. You're gonna see, you did see the Dryad actually get hurt there as well. Watch, the peon actually does jump and hurt her. So she doesn't get protected like completely. That circle around her doesn't protect her permanently, but it does protect her in a way. that, you know, it stops incoming enemies and whatever, right? So it does, but only for a limited time. So that circle doesn't protect it that much, unfortunately. But yeah, cool stuff. Moving on to the next scene, we've got Martian Madness, and this is what happens whenever an invasion appears. Right here, Martian Madness cleared 39%. So I'm assuming that's what was happening on the other screen. We just couldn't see it. Yeah, it says cleared, blah de blah percent Goblin Army. All right, so just so we could get that through. And as you kill enemies, this is gonna be going down. As you can see, this is one of those mechs. She's also using the biomes. Alright, just taking a look at chat, see if anyone else has any ideas. Mining mount? Yeah, I don't know if that's... I think this is an enemy, right? Oh no, that's 2-player. They're playing 2-player. I thought that was an enemy, because in every other cutscene there's only been one guy. So I think this is 2 players, yeah. There's a mining mount person, and there's a biomes person. That's probably red, and that's probably Sanks. So that's pretty cool. Interesting. So as you can see, there's a spaceship here at the top left, and there's a bunch of bad guys down here going ham. This spaceship, this is just someone's made. Don't get tricked that this is actually going to be in the game. This is just someone's created this. Don't expect this to be like appear in the game or land or something like that. So yep, using biomes, and he's actually in the spaceship right here, and he's actually using, you know, the rifle that shoots 2 bullets before. He's using that, so that's pretty cool. You guys are saying there's turrets on the house? Yeah, there are turrets in the house, but they're not automated. They're not moving, they're not doing anything special. Yeah, they're not doing anything special. There's these turrets on the house, but they don't seem to be doing anything, unfortunately. And it's called a Martian saucer, you see that? Interesting stuff. So yeah, this is probably just another one of those invasions that gets harder after every wave and whatever. Pedguin notices the new item frames and weapons racks and trophies. Yeah, we've noticed that before. We noticed that in the first like 30 seconds of this video. Yeah, you can put items in the frames and stuff. Yeah, you're correct. But yeah, it looks like there's new block types here, as you can see, and furniture. Some sort of new spacey sort of thing, it looks like. Gonna be pretty interesting to see the builds that come out of that. But yeah, as you can see, there's a bunch of new things in the hotbar as well. You can see the biomes, you can see the flail of sorts. There's a new staff. There's a new... Oh, that doesn't look new. That just looks like a normal wrath potion. Actually, that looks like a titan potion, but better. Maybe these are just upgraded versions of already existing potions. Like, this looks like an iron skin potion, but the lid looks a lot different. Maybe it's just an updated version. Bunny heads on the rainbows. They're actually cats. This is the biomes that's being used. Living cursed flame blocks to the bottom right. I think they're just living fire dyed green. Yeah, that's what I think that is. Biomes dungeon key chest for underground hallow. Maybe, we don't know. Could be. It looks like a hallowed item. You are correct. I kind of like the brain thing here. I'm kind of curious on what this is. It's like a brain. Like, what is this? You can't see anything on the character. I'm assuming this character is... I'm trying to spot something special on the characters. Maybe... I'm trying to figure out what this brain thing could be. There's some trousers on the top there that they've not picked up, because their inventory's full or whatever. Interesting stuff. Do you mean these lasers here at the bottom? I'm pretty sure these are the enemies. They're not the friendlies. Yep, item frames. Yeah, we've seen item frames before. Don't worry. New flying mount. Yeah, the new flying mount. We've seen that before. This thing can mine as well, by the way, guys. Oh my god, my phone's going off. I'm just gonna hang it up. 1 second. Alright. Sorry, house phone. I just hung up on him. Screw him. I'm a bit busy. Do you mind? Stop calling my house every 10 minutes. Alright, where was we? So yeah, I'm kind of curious on what this brain thing is. Anyone have any ideas? Maybe it's just the summon item. Cthulhu boss mask? No, I don't think so. Yellow heart balloon? That could be dyed. We don't know. Ped, that is a machine. Yeah, that thing's floating around. It's pretty cool. Finally, show the percentage of where you are in the event. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's interesting. Blue dyed turtle armor. Yeah, I saw that as well. I didn't mention it because it's not very new. Cthulhu heart. Cthulhu heart. Not so sure about that. The hard mode brain. I don't know about that either. I don't know. That could be anything. There's not much we can like really say. Move on to the next area. Challenge yourself in expert mode. I am looking super hyped for this. I've been doing all these speed runs recently. I've been doing all these sort of runs recently. You guys, oh my god. Expert mode. I'm super pumped for expert mode. Brain of Cthulhu loot bag in slot 8. You think it's a loot bag? Interesting. Alright, so, as we can see, back where we started, but in hard mode, look at that thing! Holy crap! As you can see, he's using the honey bow, is the, what's it called bow? The bee bow. He's actually shooting normal arrows with this bow though, whereas in the chippy spoiler from before, it shot about 5 bees out of it, right? So, you don't have to just shoot bees with that bow. Which may suggest that an ammo type is bees, which is interesting, or whatever. Interesting. I don't know. Strange. But yeah, this thing runs around like crazy. It's called the bee's knees. Yeah, the bee's knees. But yeah, it can shoot normal bows as well, not just bees. He's shooting honey arrows. Is that what he's shooting? It looks like fire. It could be any though. But yeah. Throwing spears. There's a little banner down here, as you can see as well, from an unknown mob that we've not seen before. I like all these little scenery effects. So pretty. Look at them. Look at all these munchkins. Using the bee's knees once again. Using jester arrows with it this time to wreck this mob. His armor is so like OP. What is he doing? Why are you using OP armor to fight the Eater of Worlds? Come on, it's supposed to be expert mode. You can't just get OP armor. What are you playing at? Nurse is healing herself. Alright, let's take a look at that again. Where was she? Oh, there she is. Oh, she's healing herself. That's super cool. She's throwing like stim packs at her face. That's super interesting. Stim pack, stim pack, stim pack. That's pretty cool. I like that. Interesting, interesting. Weird looking balloons at Skeletron fight. Yeah. They could have been dyed or anything though. We don't know. Alright, let's take a look. What are these floating around? Are these dynamite? There it is. He's throwing dynamite everywhere. It looks like pink dynamite there. Interesting. Maybe pink dynamite like bounces more often. It's got like gel on it and stuff. Interesting. Throwing... Yeah, it looks like new dynamite. Yeah. Any new drops from these things? Oh, there's 2 players actually. There's this one in shadow armor as well. Playing 2-player. Coins being dropped down. Gain unique items. I think this is supposed to be in the same sentence, like expert mode, new boss mechanics, and unique items. So maybe you get unique items only in expert mode. That might be interesting. Do you guys think that? Gain these items only in expert mode? What item is he using? Phantasm is using. And he just wrecked the Duke Fisher on it. Wait, what's that? Oh, he's got a little pet. Does the pet actually attack? Let's have a look at that. Let's see if the pet attacks. or if it's just a regular pet. Yeah, I think that flying saucer actually attacks and stuff. That's super cool. Okay, so the goodie bag is that sort of green thing. He's been debuffed with whatever that is. That looks super spooky though. Yeah, it is a pet, as you can see. It's in his buff section. He's got some sort of laser rifles, another yo-yo, some sort of mage spell or other. He's got some heart reach potions, which is pretty good. And yeah, pretty good stuff. This has been in 2 of the this is probably, I don't know what this is. It's been in 2 of the previous ones as well. Oh yeah, the goodie bag does look like a sort of Duke Fishron face. Interesting stuff. The wings, yes, the wings. We've seen this in the other trailer though as well. These wings are brand new as well. Look at that, like a jetpack sort of thing. All right, so let's keep moving on. Take on the ancient evil. So this is Chrono's armor. Take a look at that. Alright, can we see anything else through this? No, it's just a regular house from before. Alright, this is one of the things that I'm not so sure about. I'm not so sure about this sort of thing. This thing doesn't look very Terraria. Am I alone on this? This thing right here, it looks completely like badass, and it's like, oh my god, holy crap, what's going on? But it doesn't look very Terraria-like. Like, the sprite itself doesn't look very Terraria. It's really strange. It looks crazy, and it's like, whoa, look at that. But I don't know, it just doesn't look that Terraria, you know? I don't know. Very interesting. Ped, the guy on the top of the house at the Martian might be building something. At the top of the... Oh, no, I don't think it was. Solar pillar confirmed. Yep. It looks like Otherworld. Yeah, it looks like Otherworld. It looks... I don't know. It doesn't look like Terraria. But yeah, who cares? It's awesome. Not pixelated enough. Yeah, I know. It looks too clean. That's not a bad thing. But yeah, it doesn't... I don't know. It's not a bad thing, but it just doesn't look very Terraria to me, you know? And this apparently, like, you could see all the meteorites coming in. Like, stuff's about to go down. Now we've got, like, this pink version of it. Maybe I think there's 3 different types. There was the orange one, the pink one, and the cyan one. So, I don't know what this means. But cyan seems to be affiliated with the Martians currently. Everything that we saw earlier was pretty cyan colored, as we can see here. It's pretty cyan colored, and the pink was clearly the Hallowed. So maybe there's not just 3, maybe there's more than 3, and maybe the red one has something to do with hell or meteorites and just whatever in general. Very interesting. Wow, look at these things down here. These little bugs jumping around. Where's the player itself? We can have a bit better of a look at this statue in the middle now. Very interesting statue. Alrighty, more items to look at. We've got, what weapon is this called? The Solar Eruption, it says at the top there. And it's kind of like a flail spear. A flail spear, right? Who would have thought it? You can just like shoot it out and like penetrate everything in the world. Interesting stuff. I don't know, it's a really interesting weapon. As you can see that pink debuff once again. I mean, it's actually a buff, not a debuff like the water candle. So either this decreases spawn or regenerates health, whatever you want to call it. It's very interesting. We've also got a gold shield, which is probably one of his accessories. Maybe it's like the paladin shield where it like takes damage from other people. We can once again see the portal gun and some sort of green shield or other, I don't even know. And I don't think we've seen that sword in action either right here. It looks like some sort of shark sword. Shark sword? I don't know. I'm trying to look at the sprite there. It looks really curvy and it kind of branches off in a way. Very interesting. 47 health pots potion. Oh, apparently you can stack potions higher than 30. That's pretty cool. Finally, our inventory's not being just filled up with potions. That's pretty cool. A treasure bag. You think that's a treasure bag? It could be. Maybe. A green dice. It does look like a cube. You're correct. Yeah, it looks like a dice. It does look like a dice. You are correct. What this dice does, I'm not so sure. Here are some of the updated potions once again. This one looks like thorn potions, but just they've got like a little cap on the top. I think all potions have probably been like improved by having just a bit different visual look to them, really. The moon takes up almost the whole entire screen. Yeah, if these mountains weren't in the way, we'll be able to see it. Look, it takes up half the screen right there. Interesting. Mars in the background. I think it's the moon, but it could be Mars. Sure, why not? I mean, I don't think this is Earth, so any planet we're going to see in the background isn't going to be anything related to our galaxy, let's be honest. Hard mode meteorite head. Hard mode meteorite head. I mean, they look like meteorite heads. What were they called? This thing's called a solar pillar. Oh, this one's called the solar pillar, so this one's going to be solar. Alright, cool story. The meteorites actually had a name. He's put his mouse on them several times. What was it called? Confetti? Bob Saget. I'm trying to like pause it so often. Solar pillar. Stroller. Stroller? This is a stroller with 1,400 HP just cruising by. And this is a core, right? So there are two different. They look very similar, but as you could see, they have different patterns on how they move. There's also another player up here shooting it down his two lasers again. Looks like an improved version though. Looks a lot better. Very, very interesting. Anything else to take a look at? He's using the sword now. Are they attacking the thing in the middle? I think they are. Are they attacking the thing in the middle? The solar pillar doesn't have HP though. Oh, I see what's going on. They're attacking the things down here. This weapon, what is it called? Star Wrath. Star Wrath! This weapon is an upgrade from the Star Fury. Of course it is, right? The Star Wrath. A new Star Fury. You can see the things coming down. Look at it. Finally! I've been saying this for so long. They need to update the Star Fury to make it immaterial. And they've finally done it. Damn! Super Star Fury. That's so sick. Damn. That's going to be awesome to play with. I'm excited for that. That's super cool. That's super cool. I can't wait. As you can see, some of the coffins have been updated. Cool story. I still don't know what this like plant is here. Maybe I guess it's just a plant, but whatever. Super interesting. Loads of new features and items. Alright, so let's take a look here. He's got a penguin! I was in the trailer! Mom, get the camera! I was in the trailer! I'm in the trailer, Mom! Oh my god, he's got a pet penguin! They're too nice! I'm just kidding. But yeah, Pedguin's in the trailer, hype train. Alright, so you can see some of the new trophies here. This bottom left one and the bottom right one right here. Those ones are the new ones. This one's a pirate one. This one's probably the space Martian that we saw before. The whole thing looks like a bleeding spaceship. You can probably see some of the new armor as well down here, bottom right. As you can see, this is some badass armor right there. Probably an upgraded version from the Molten. It's probably the melee set, if anything. And then we've got the we've got this armor right here, which looks oddly familiar from the people we saw from the start all the way back here. It looks very familiar. It looks just like them. So let's go back. Where was we? That looks very familiar. And I think that's going to be some sort of mage or summoning armor, especially because it's been put next to the spooky one right here. You can also see some new chests over here. These look like some of the Martian chests, maybe some of the, I don't know, some sort of other chests. It looks like a chest collection though, could be wrong. A bunch of new stuff. We can see his equipment here, so we can actually finally see the new accessory layout right here. So new dyes. All the dyes seem to have different colors, or maybe these are just new ones. How many accessories do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 accessories. Is that normal? I think the max is 5, right? Do we have another accessory slot in the new version of the game? Have we been granted a new slot? Yes, it lists up to 5 on the wiki. I just read it up. So we get a new slot. A brand new slot. Maybe you need a piece of armor. Well, it doesn't look like it's got a piece of armor. So maybe we just got an extra slot for kicks. Pretty cool stuff. And we can try and guess the accessories. He doesn't even have the best boots. What are you doing? You've got lightning boots, but you don't have the ice skate like version, the blue version. What are you playing at? Unless they look a bit different, I guess. They could even be a better version. He's got some sort of ring. We don't know what it does. You can see the new sprite of the coins right here, and some sort of ammo. He's got a Terra blade. It's got a pretty cool hook. His hook's not even in his inventory. What, like, where is it? How is he using this hook? Are you dirty hacker? Wait, is this even the player? I think this is not even the player that we're looking at right here, because he's wearing... I think it is, actually. Where's his hook? What a cheater. What you got hook for? But yeah. He's got the piggle thing that exists in the game already. No Frostspark boots, you scrub? Exactly. He doesn't even have the Frostspark boots. What the heck? Go to the next frame. Yeah, we'll do in a second, guys. Just making sure we've spotted everything. Alright, let's do this. Oh! This looks super cool. So, equipment. There are 2 tabs. There are 2 tabs! Hook slots confirmed! And you can actually dye your hooks. You can dye your hooks. And then he's got the pig... Oh, wait, is that a Piggeron? It might be a Piggeron. And he's dyed the Piggeron. And he's got a minecart as well. Maybe the different types of minecarts that you can dye. Whatever this is. Oh, it's the lantern pet. It's the lantern pet that we've seen earlier that lights up areas. And he's also got the penguin. That's also dyed blue. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And now he's on... What is that? That doesn't look like a Piggeron. It's like a pet duke. A pet fisheron. Look at that. Look at the pet fisheron. Damn. Is that a fish? Would you say that's a pet fisheron, or would you say it's a pet like Piggeron? Fisheron or Piggeron? Looks like a fisheron, right? It's like a flying earth manatee. It's a floating manatee. All enemies removed. So it looks like, you see that, guys? It looks like a creative mode has been enabled. So if you ever want to go around building stuff and whatever, you can just like do that. All enemies removed. You can go in creative mode and just do whatever. How interesting. There also seems to be a button here. I guess that's going to quick stack your inventory right here. Right? That button, this purple button right here. Or there's a picture of a chest, so it could be like quick stack everything into chests, right? That's what it might be. Alright, camera mode. You can see the camera options up here. And there's the emblem for the fisheron, as you can see as well. And there's me again. There's the camera. You can change stuff, you can crop stuff, you can move stuff around. Now this is gonna be pretty cool, because when people like to send us builds and stuff, this is gonna be like really easy. You can just like print screen it and just be like, boom, there you go, easy, bish bash bosh, done. So new camera mode. You can just take photos of stuff like that. Let's take a look at the map actually, because there could be things that are in the map that we've not seen. All right, there doesn't seem to be anything too. It's kind of hard to see in the map anyway. I mean, there's chasms down here, but that used to be the corruption. That's the Hallowed, pumpkin face, cool story, bro. Achievements. Wait, I was trying to pause it. Come on. Pause. This is the worst pausing system ever. I want to see the top one. I'm being 1 frame too short every time. Alright, whatever. Look at the buff. It looks like a banner emblem. Yeah, it does, didn't it? And what's with the cyan corruption? It's probably just hallowed corruption. It can sometimes go over each other. That's nothing out of the ordinary. Did he play Exo Avalon? No, we're going to play that in a bit. Don't worry, guys. Slime Rain. Defeat every type of slime achievement. Yeah. Alright, so it looks like there's 4 different types of achievements. Killing stuff, looting stuff, building stuff, and like expert mode, I guess, right? This might be expert mode. So I guess these are the achievements. Alright, defeat every type of slime there is. Very similar to the like PlayStation achievements and whatever. Survive the slime. Survive the slime rain where gelatinaceous organisms fall from the sky in droves. What? There's gonna be slime rain. There's gonna be slime rain. Slime rain? Slimes that fall from the sky? What? Survive the slime rain. They snuck that in there so much. That took me so far. That took so many tries to get to. What? Survive slime rain? That's so sick. What? Slime rain hype. Gelatinaceous. I don't even know what's gelatinaceous organisms fall from the sky in droves. Defeat every type of slime there is. Throw a yo-yo. Obtain the Terrarian. Oh, that's what the green yo-yo is then. The Terrarian. Do you mind? I'm trying to pause here. This is just a YouTube player in a nutshell right here. Defeat an enemy by running over it with a minecart. Cool stuff. Kill Tim. So, what does it look like when he's done it? Is it this? I guess it's grayed out when you haven't got it. And when you've got it, it shines like this. See how it's yellow? So it's going to look like that. So, Sword of the Hero, Vehicle Manslayer. There are some who call him Tim. Smashing Poppet. Using explosives and your trusty hammer, destroy all that comes in heart. Cool story. Wow, we're finally coming to the end here. Overwhelmingly positive, damn straight. Best game of every year. Joining Demologic. Steam build. Debug. I want that version. Alright, so we've seen this before. Cloud saving and all that. Pretty good, pretty good. So when you go on holiday, you can take your save files with you. It's going to be pretty cool. Is it going to be out for Mac? Yeah, it's going to be out for Mac. 800 new items. And last but not least, portal gun. See you later. Red. Wait, why are there 2 gravestones there? Did that take 2 attempts? God. It's supposed to be professionals. GG. Shall we watch it one more time without stopping? I think we should. Absolutely insane. Insane stuff. Insane stuff. Insane stuff. Insane stuff. Damn. The hype train is never gonna end. Holy crap. Damn. And take a look at the art right here. Right there. So Chrono did this, and this just gives you an example of the 4 main classes and maybe like the antagonist kind of guy over here, I guess. And I guess these are gonna be like the new late game armor. So this is gonna be the melee armor. This is gonna be the mage or the summoner, and this is gonna be the mage. I don't know, maybe 2 different types of mage, and then the ranger, I guess, and then the bad guy Chrono, or maybe he just wants himself to have the pedestal there. But yeah, good stuff. Fantastic stuff. Super hyped. Super hyped. So yeah, shall we jump into some games now? We're going to actually play some Terraria. I'm going to play some Avalon mod today. We're going to be doing some Avalon mod. Any last moment words for the Terraria 1.3 hype train? I'm sure you guys have plenty to say about it, to be honest. Pedguin said in the trailer, what is really exciting is the stuff not shown in the trailer. You have not seen the final boss yet. We haven't seen the final boss. There's probably a lot of things we haven't seen. There's over 800 items, and we've seen like, what, 20? And we're getting excited about them? I don't even know. No, we probably saw like, I don't know, probably like 50 out of 800. I don't know.